Thanks so much, Taylor. And thanks everyone so much for being here. Today, I'll be discussing knowing your options for your house of faith. I'll be doing an overview of a few basic options. Um, Thanks, Taylor. The most important point to take away from this, as the slide says, is that you're in control. Make sure you have the knowledge and the resources you need to lead the conversation as you think about your options. Next slide, please. You can rent out your space, short or long term. Think about where in your property you can rent out, whether it's a sanctuary or another space in your property. This is a great way to bring in revenue and also provide a resource for your community. It's often priced on a sliding scale for mission-based organizations or for for-profit groups. Judson, where Bricks and Mortals is based, is a perfect example of this. And Bricks and Mortals is an example of a long-term renter at Judson. On this slide, you can see the volume pre-COVID of the space and what kind of groups use it. Next slide. Partial redevelopment of your property is renovating or developing a property, developing a portion of your property. There's a great example here included of a church in Queens, which renovated part of its space to include emergency housing for LGBT youth with the Ali Forney Center. You'll likely need to bring an expert to think about your options, and you might want to partner with a community group also. Next slide. Relatedly, full redevelopment is also an option if you're interested or if it's necessary for your property. This is a complete renovation or development of your property, and this can include developing affordable or other housing. Next slide. As Taylor already discussed a little bit, selling your air rights is also possible, but only under a specific set of circumstances. Next slide. This is one example. Thanks. This is one example which shows in that first figure, which Taylor had in his example too, the range where St. Patrick's could sell its air rights in the East Midtown corridor. And in the second, you can see the amount of air rights the church had vertically, just to give you a sense. And then finally, you can sell your building and find another location, or you can sell and merge with another congregation. So this was just an overview of the really basic options for your real estate, and we can go more into depth in the Q&A section.